This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight Platform Sports Talk Show. What's going on, party people? It is your boy Smooth. That is Smooth with 3 O's, and I'm back. Had a little vacation, went to NYC. Feel like I've been gone for a long time, but we back. I know y'all missed us last week. Didn't have a show. I know it's surprising because we are the most consistent sports talk show on the Wednesday night, holding things down right here. It is the Platform Sports Talk Show, the main show. Good to be back, refreshed, ready to rock and roll and talk some sports. If y'all haven't checked out the Platform Sports Talk Show Network, where y'all been? This has been going down for 9 years, consistently every Wednesday, and it's just truly been a blessing. So shouts out to everyone who has been supporting the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. Shouts out to my Sports Talk Show Network family. And for those once again who don't know too much about the Platform Sports Talk Show Network, or maybe about yours truly, don't worry. Y'all can go ahead and see that I am a professional DJ. I am a professional photographer, videography. I provide drone services. I do podcasts and talk shows. So if y'all need some help with getting y'all shows going, holla at yours truly. Sound engineer as well. I provide audio visuals, need a projector screen, need some audio tech going on for your corporate or private events. I do that as well. Also can provide some custom apparel for your shirts, your brand, whatever it is. Go to smoothproductions.com, smooth with 3 O's, or if you watch it right now, just scan the QR code, give you about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. Now, going back to the Platform Sports Talk Show Network, give us a follow all across them internets, as Sadala Selected would love to say. We on just putting the Platform Sports Talk Show on Facebook, on the X, on Instagram. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and click on that bell so anytime we go live, you will be notified. Also, you will see a email address, platform sports talk show @gmail.com. And the reason why you see that is because maybe y'all want to book the Platform Sports Talk Show Network to maybe provide some coverage, get some interviews at a local event, or we can travel, out of state and make some things happen. It ain't just St. Louis based, but if y'all want us, y'all need us, holla at us. Or maybe we can set up shop at your establishment. Maybe go to a amazing rooftop or a sports bar, whatever it is, and do a show from that spot. Shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. If you can't watch the show, we know things are going on in life. We understand. You can listen in. Go to hot365radio.com or via the App Store, no matter if it's iOS or on Android. Just put in Hot 365 Radio and you are good to go. You can catch the replay of our most recent show every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. They also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/hot365 radio. Every first Wednesday of the month, you have Ladies Night. Shouts out to the incredible ladies who be holding things down, doing a tremendous job. They recently had on the first Wednesday of the month, they had Ashley Wright. She's a sports broadcaster and analyst, and they were right here in TSC holding things down. Great conversation. She really has a very bright future, and I love to be able to showcase ladies who love sports. That's why I call them the best panel of ladies who love sports. Then every last Wednesday of the month, you have the man cave where anything can go down. The fellas always do an incredible job. They have incredible guests, incredible conversations. They keep things 100. And of course, from a male's point of view. So much going on. There's no reason to not check out the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. We are looking, requesting, asking for sponsors for the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. Let's make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's work for each other. Let's promote each other. Let's do things big with this network. Once again, 9 years going consistently every Wednesday, providing nothing but just great content all the time, y'all. So support the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. Outside of that, we have other baby smooth conversations where the conversations are always smooth. Make sure y'all go ahead and go on YouTube, subscribe to Smooth Conversations. Once again, the third O in smooth. Like, subscribe, and then of course, shouts out to my district family, Beat District Radio. Go to the website, beatdistrictradio.com, or via the app. Check out the website. Check out so many great shows like Smooth Conversations and others. Smooth Conversations will be on the district radio station every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, no matter if it is a live show or the best of. You will see it, or excuse me, you will listen to it every time on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on beatdistrictradio.com or via the app. So that's enough of the promo, I believe, right now. And we have a comment here, and shouts out to our favorite fan, Miss Dub. Great to have you back on, Miss Dub. I know you're gonna already do it by sharing, let everyone know, hey, the Platform Sports Talk Show is going down right now. I need everyone else who's watching or listening to let others know as well. Get as many likes in, get as many shares in, and also we encourage you all to comment. We don't want y'all just, well, we love for y'all to enjoy what we're doing and what we're talking about. But the show is even better when you interact with us. So leave comments, leave questions, let us know your thoughts on certain things, because this show is for y'all. That's why it's called the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. So with that being said, tonight I have joining me, y'all already know I love saying this. She's the homie from the Boondocks. Jobo, what's happening?
USA, USA. I don't even know why I'm USAing, guys. I haven't seen everyone since before the 4th of July, so I had to come prepared. Got my overalls on that I wore on the 4th of July, and brewskis like always. I have to, but no, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, Smooth. I know you just had a little trip. I missed I wasn't here for ladies' night. Thank you to the ladies for holding it down, and I'm excited to be back. There's some fun things to talk about if you're from the St. Louis area in sports. So I'm excited to get going.
Yes, most definitely. And man, we already come out the gate. I love it. I want to say he's probably like our next now favorite fan of the show because he can always come up with the questions and in the comments, and that's Brody Herman. Shouts out to him from TMA. He says, "What are everyone's thoughts regarding the Astros trading Lance McCullers Jr. to the Brewers of all the teams, Joe? The Brewers have the Astros wave the white flag on the 2026 season. It looks like someone wanted Lance McCullers Jr."
So I was gonna bring this up in my got my attention thing. So first and foremost, I'm very sad about LMJ leaving because 17 and 22 doesn't happen without him. 24 consecutive curveballs against the New York Yankees in that ALCS clinching game to go to their first World Series since 2005. 24 consecutive ones, and they could not touch it. So that was legendary. His starts against the White Sox, his start in Seattle in 22, the one where JP3 hit that homer, that one and only run in extra innings. He always saying "Bear me in the H." There's shirts about it. His amazing speech after they won the World Series in 22 is one of my all-time favorites. I don't think this is them waving the white flag because McCullers hasn't really pitched since 2022. You know, I mean, it's sad because he was one of my favorites. Him and Altuve were the last guys from that 17 team on the team now. He waived his no trade clause. They got the Brewers are eating some of the money, which is nice. They also traded Colton Gordon. He's a lefty prospect for them. One thing as a Cardinals fan as well is the Brewers just got two pitchers.
Right.
LMJ, if he's healthy, he's going to be filthy again. And Colton Gordon, he's a left-handed arm he's good, you know, when he's on. So I'm worried to see how the Brewers, you know, tinker with their stuff and become some just filthy version of what they already are. So I don't think it's anything about them waving the white flag. They're like three or four games out of first. The whole AL West is brutal. They all suck so bad. And you got Jordan there, and you got a good offense, and they got Ronel Blanco coming back, Hayden Wieneski coming back. Hunter Brown's been kind of hit or miss these last couple starts, but Hunter Brown, Spencer Arrighetti needs to get it going again. So this opens up 2 roster spots possibly for those guys on the IL, and then also clears up some money. So maybe this is them getting ready to add at the deadline. So I'm sad to see LMJ go because, you know, he's one of the main guys, OG guys from the golden era, but he waived it, and we'll see what happens. You know, if he gets to actually pitch for the Brewers, I'm excited to see how it goes when he's not playing against the Cardinals. I'll say that.
And I'm seeing here because Brody was asking about are they waving a white flag, but they are 1.5 games out of a final wild card spot.
And the entire AL is ass. Like, they're all bad. I think there are like 7 to 8 teams within striking distance of being in the wild card.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, these next couple weeks, and I know we're going to talk about Cardinals later, but I'll just talk MLB in general. Got my attention is just the trade deadline lurking. I don't know if it's going to be a fun and exciting deadline because there's so many guys, you know, so many teams that are within striking distance. The Tigers out of nowhere have been one of the best teams since like June 15th.
Right. I'm looking at that right now.
So is Scooble going anywhere? Probably not, you know, unless the Tigers just want to piss off their fan base. I'm trying to think of other teams. Like the Reds are a team I could see possibly trading some guys away because they haven't been nearly as good as anyone thought they were going to be.
Right.
But
I was surprised. I was surprised about the Reds and another team. I want to say I'm impressed with what they're doing. The Boston Red Sox.
9-0 right before the break.
I thought that they were like dead in the water, like they might have to trade Wilson Contreras and whatever else. But now I'm looking here, and they are just a half a game out of a final wild card spot. So they right there in there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be a wild. It's like what 2.5, 3 weeks right now until the deadline. So it's going to be wild. Like the O's, they've been really bad, but they're probably right around striking distance. The Mariners have been awful. They're in second in the division. The only good teams in the AL right now are the Yankees and the Rays, and that's it.
Right.
Also, I'll say the White Sox have been good, but they're more of they've been surprising good. But
and it's like, okay, can they keep this up for the second half?
Yeah. I mean, they just got Murakami back right before the break, so that will help for sure. But I don't. There's just so many teams that are within striking distance that are in the AL that I think it's going to be kind of a boring trade deadline, and you might just see stuff like we just saw today with LMJ and Colton Gordon, as what's going to be moved around.
So Brody, with this comment, stay tuned because
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
want to
talk
talk about
about
that.
that. Definitely stay tuned. In the meantime, once again, everyone else, go ahead and get them likes, get them shares going. We want to get even more people to tune in and have their questions because we got something to discuss. I know you just had your. So, was there anything else that you want to talk about that had your attention, Joe? Because we got time, just you and I.
Oh yeah, no. Just the World Cup, taking over the states, and Messi and Argentina doing what they've done all tournament long is just not be good and then be good and come back for like the last 20 minutes of the match. So they're going on to the final. They're playing Spain, I think, and yeah, Messi's probably going to win back-to-back World Cups. I guess. It's just crazy. The dude gets his foot on the ball in the last, when it matters, and good things happen. So other than that, baseball and then some World Cup in my head.
Yeah. So I was going to mention World Cup because while I was in New York, a lot of the World Cup fans were there in New York. Of course, the finals are in New Jersey. But while I was there in New York, it was once again it was an amazing time. The wife and I was there from last Sunday, and that we were supposed to get back on last Friday, but Friday morning, we found out that due to the uncertainty of the weather in the East Coast, that our flight got canceled. We were like, "What?" We were like, "What's going on here?" But we made the most of it, and of course, we came back this past Sunday. So, still trying to get back into the Midwest flow. But I will say, Joe, one of the things I want to highlight we did go to my goal when I go to a different state that I haven't really went to. I want to try to see all the sports stuff, all the stadiums
Mhm.
and whatever. So I want to first talk about Madison Square Garden. Uh, and of course, I didn't go in, but we did walk around outside. And just to say that I was there outside the Mecca, it was dope. It's a beautiful looking arena, and we know that they call it the most famous arena, and I can definitely see that and feel that. So it was dope to just be around that area because we did stay in Times Square, and it was like maybe a good 20-minute walk from our hotel to the garden. So that was dope. Then on, I think it was like on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, we went to Yankee Stadium, and that was like a wow experience because like man, you hear about Yankee Stadium, you hear about the history and everything, and it was a cool experience just to look on the outside. Now, part two is that once again, as I said before, we were scheduled to arrive back on Friday, but because our flight got canceled, we ended up staying. And so the wife was like, "Well, now we can go see Jay-Z at Yankee Stadium for night one of his concert." And we did that. So I actually had the opportunity to now go inside Yankee Stadium. And I will say this, Joe. I know it's the history and everything that comes with Yankee Stadium, but seeing the stadium, Bush Stadium, to me, is a better stadium than Yankee Stadium.
I got a question about it. Does it feel a little small in there? Like
Uh,
kind of just enclosed?
No, it didn't feel enclosed. It definitely had the space and wide. But one thing that I noticed, and of course, for those who are hip hop heads, y'all may have heard or seen what happened at night three of the Jay Z concert when it got postponed. Well, no, excuse me, it was on hold for like 4 hours because people were bum rushing to get in. But what I like that St. Louis has that New York because we walked around not the day of the concert, but a couple days before that. We walked around Yankee Stadium, and they only had pretty much, if I can recall, for the general public, they only had one side of the stadium that they will allow people to go into. So it's like pretty much, let's say you got like this one street, right? I think it's 161st Street, and you have like gates, six, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is. Like that whole side of the street, that's where people can actually get into the stadium. It wasn't like, okay, if you go down third base side, like you know how Bush Stadium,
Hmm.
you can go down, you can go to the entrance and third base side, you can have home plate side, you have first base side, you have the outfield side. You have so many different ways to get in the stadium. Yankee Stadium, it was pretty much like one pretty much section of the stadium where you can get in. So when you have 45,000 people like Jay-Z had for his concert, that can cause a lot of ruckus.
Yeah,
And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because
especially in a big city like New York.
exactly. And the Bronx, I mean, Yankee Stadium is right in the hood too. It is right in the hood. You know, as soon as you leave Yankee Stadium, you got projects to one side. You got like liquor stores and this and that area right on the other side. Then behind that you got like a little park right behind there. Then the other side you got like this big area where they got like a baseball field and whatever else. But like it's pretty much in the hood. And then when we sat at the Jay-Z concert, we pretty much had like what we call in St. Louis the green seats, Joe,
Yeah.
where we sat at. And to me, I just expected more from that experience of just being in that section. But I'm seeing like a lot of like old looking seats, not really be, they need to get to renovate the chairs and the
Cool.
seating in that area. It just didn't feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, this is VIP area. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like it was like I could be sitting at the very top of the stadium, overlooking everything compared to being in the certain
It's
green seats.
17 years old. Came out in '09. The new one. I don't know. I mean, it's. I still want to go. I know me and you were talking pre-show, and I don't have any interest in going to New York really, besides seeing, um, Yankee Stadium and even City Field. Gag, but
And even with that, like I wasn't really like, ooh, I want to see City Field. It's right by the airport for
yeah,
those
yeah,
who
yeah.
for those who go to LaGuardia. It's in Queens, and it's like right behind the airport,
Have
literally
they
right behind the airport.
have they started building? I know they're supposed to be doing like some ballpark village type thing there. Have they started doing that from what you could tell or no?
Talking about City Field.
Yeah.
That I couldn't tell because, like I said, we didn't. I didn't go over there to check that out. I just saw it. Man, we was actually flying over as we were going back to St. Louis, and then we were flying over, and then also when we were driving towards the airplane. I mean, the airport. I noticed City Field. So, uh,
Gotcha.
but yeah, I couldn't notice anything like that. But like I said, it really wasn't like a ooh, I gotta see City Field. I feel with Shea Stadium.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Which is so
And
funny because like Shea Stadium wasn't like pretty or anything. It was just a normal looking stadium. But yeah, Brody says I miss old Yankee Stadium with the freeze roof and New York and the new Yankee Stadium feels stuffy and congested. It does not feel small. It just always feels crowded. Yeah. Um
But like I said, it's still something that you would like to just see, especially like
yeah.
the history, seeing the Babe Ruth this and Luke Garrett that, and of course Jeter and whoever else, just seeing the wall of Hall of Famers and the history. So it's just a great thing just to say, hey, I've been to Yankee Stadium, and I know the Cardinals play there in a couple weeks. So, hmm.
Hopefully Judge ain't back yet.
Now bring them on. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no excuses. Bring the best, and let's see how we stack up to them. But like I said, just overall, it was a great experience. Baby girl, she loved it. We asked her how about New York. She said, "Oh yeah, I would definitely live here." She just loved the action. I mean, you saw kids that was like her age and younger. It's like 1, 2 in the morning out there in Times Square, and they outside, Joe. I mean, they were outside at
Nope.
Times Square.
Not
It,
happening.
it and I mean, it truly is a city that doesn't sleep, man. We had the opportunity to go to all the boroughs, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan, Harlem. I mean, we did all that. You know what I'm saying? So Brooklyn, we did all that. We also went to a WNBA game. Saw the New York Liberty versus the Dallas Wings. Paige Becker's Azzy Fudd with the Wings, and of course the Liberty. And the Liberty lost that game. They their defense did not show up that game at all. But the experience, and of course, for my wife, if you haven't seen my story, she loves Ellie, the elephant. She's the mascot for the Liberty. And every time Ellie got on the floor or was doing anything, it didn't matter what was going on the court or in regards to basketball wise, my wife had that phone up. She
Recording every move.
recording everything that Ellie was doing. It was like her, like, yeah, this is why I'm here moment. So it was just good for my wife to just enjoy seeing Ellie. Like the atmosphere was great. The arena is dope. It's I think it's the only arena that has, like, from what I saw, it was like natural grass or turf on top of the freaking arena, the Barclays Center. But it's a very nice looking arena. It's pretty dope. Let's see. Miss Dub says NYC is great to visit, but living there is tough. And the second part, expensive. Because for anyone who goes to New York for the first time, like, you gotta already just have in your mindset prepared to have like at least $2,000 with you, because you're gonna be paying a lot of stuff. Not like the cheapest thing out there is a subway. We paid $3, and also you had New York will have you make sure that you follow directions. If you don't follow directions, you're going to be going somewhere else that you didn't plan on going if you on the subway. So you have to follow instructions, do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you're going to be lost. You're going to have the N train to the 4, to the 3, the W. I mean, you got so many different subways going so many different places, but it was totally worth it. A lot of people were, from what I understood, but like they were saying, oh, watch out for the rats, and it's real dirty, and whatever, whatever, whatever. I mean, one, we didn't see any rats. Even though I kind of wanted to, just to see my wife surprise, get get animated. But I mean, just overall, I felt, and I don't know if it's just because we was in Times Square or even in Harlem, but I felt safer downtown in New York than I've ever felt recently in St. Louis. Like, and that says a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? That says a whole lot about where we are in St. Louis. And we already know New York is known for the skyscrapers and so many buildings where they got like 20 downtowns all together. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. But it was just an incredible experience. St. Louis, oh my God. I mean, space wise, it's never going to happen. But like, if people can just feel more safe, like I felt safe in New York, here in St. Louis, then St. Louis can grow and do better, bigger and better things, and maybe get bigger and better events to come down to downtown. But just overall, man, New York was amazing. Um, being there for a week, it was dope, man. And just I definitely want to encourage those who haven't did it. You ain't gotta do the whole 5 days if you don't want to, but just be out there, just go out there and say, hey, I went to NYC and it was an experience. I didn't go to Giant Stadium, that's in New Jersey. But we did just check out a lot of cool stuff, museums here and there, and different cool little spots that was like pretty dope. And the food was dope. The pizza was amazing. The bodegas out there. We had one special one that we always went to pretty much every day. We would leave the hotel. That was like our spot. So, just shouts out to, NYC, and look forward to coming back again down the line. Brody says Brianna Stewart is one of the greatest women's basketball players ever. She is, but she can't play defense, Brody. I was at the game. she cannot play defense. Like every player was like just leaving her, dusting her every chance they got. So great. She actually was acknowledged during halftime, no, before the game for being like voted the greatest college basketball player over the last like maybe couple years. So she got like a trophy and whatever. It got acknowledged, for that. So that was cool. Miss Dub, yes, Ellie is cool. She is just straight energy. Like she just be jumping on stairs and jumping on this and be doing all kind of moves. And like I said, the wifey is every time she see her, boom, 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 boom. So I know she got all kind of footage and photos of Ellie doing her thing. So that was amazing. And once again, they had like a whole FIFA um area in Manhattan. If you know about like where Rockefeller is, where like the NBC Today show be at, they had like a whole little thing set up for people to watch FIFA games every day, and like the whole area was just crowded of people. Just seeing a lot of like Brazil fans and different, countries that was there representing. It was just totally dope, man. And once again, definitely recommend for those who haven't to definitely go to NYC and just take in that experience. To see the Apollo in Harlem, that was amazing, and just so many different. Oh, and of course, how can I forget? Seeing the site of where the Twin Towers.
Yeah, that's something I would love to see.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was just like so surreal, just seeing the two spots where the towers were hit and how they, used that area as a memorial. That was just so surreal. And they just broke ground because they're about to build another one very soon. But just being in that area, seeing how that was, we was able to walk on the Brooklyn Bridge, and it was just so many things that we did that was just pretty cool, man. So we made
All
the
the
most of
things
our.
you, all the things you see in movies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we saw like the building. It's called the Flatiron Building in New York. Is where Spider Man had
Mm.
had a few scenes. So we saw that. So it was really cool, man. I was just so amazed at the buildings, though, like the structures of the buildings. Like they had a whole Louis Vuitton looking building. You know what I'm saying? Shaped like a Louis Vuitton purse or whatever it is. Just crazy. It's like wow. We saw a fight go down in such a park between a bus tour company guide and some other person. They both like speaking foreign languages, whatever. They both were foreigners, but it was just crazy. Like, yep,
And just
that's New
broke out
York.
in a fight.
That's New York for you right there. But now it was just an overall amazing experience. So once again, shouts out to NYC and definitely recommend for those who have not been there to definitely check that out. Something else, I know Faith was planned or scheduled to be on the show tonight, but unfortunately she had a lot of business meetings going on, so she can't be on. But do want to highlight tennis and Wimbledon just went down. Serena, for those who didn't see, she participated her first Wimbledon in a couple years, lost in the first round, then had an injury and couldn't continue on to do like any doubles with her sister Venus. But Naomi Osaka, she lost later on in the rounds. Then Coco Golf lost in the I think semifinals, no quarterfinals. But it was still an exciting Wimbledon. The men held things down too. I know Faith would have had a whole lot more to discuss. Hopefully, she'll be back next Wednesday and she can break things down better than I could ever do. But
Yeah,
just
she's
wanted to
got those
shout out.
names down too.
Oh yeah, but just wanted to shout out, Wimbledon because that was very exciting and just seeing what they were doing on the men and on the ladies side. Outside of that, got the NBA draft that went down. Of course, right now you have the summer league that's going on right now, so that's pretty cool. This is like that dry area because we just had the All Star break and not a lot of sports going on right now. But football is on the way, so get ready for that, everyone. I'm excited for Mizzou football and even the stadium. They're almost like I think they like 90% done with the addition of that north end zone at Mizzou. So that's going to be dope. I look forward to seeing how that's going to change the dynamic of the home field advantage at Memorial Field. So that's gonna be cool. Gotta go to a game again. Ain't been in a couple years, so want to go to another game and see them do their thing. But football's on the horizon. I know for Stan and Sadal, Jobo, they are excited because there's a very possibility that Aaron Donald might come out of retirement.
I was
So
gonna ask about that. I'm like, I'm maybe the man cave chat's been a little chirpy, but I've been surprised nothing's been talked about because I keep seeing things.
oh yeah, they talk about it in the chat. You know, Sadal and Stan, anything going to in regards to the Rams, they gonna discuss it in the chat.
T Bone's like, no.
Right, right, right. I mean, can you imagine just Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett on the same line?
Yeah, it'd
Like,
be bad.
my goodness, my goodness.
Lots of
But
nightmares for opposing teams.
yeah, so that pretty much has my attention, man. Just being in New York, um, trying to stay a foot on what's going on in sports. I definitely had the baseball on the Cardinals. We know when they were playing and stuff like that. So try to make sure I stay afloat on what was going on with them. But that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead now and talk about takeaways from the MLB. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Can I say one more thing before we do this? Is we were just saying that I haven't been on in a little bit. We haven't seen each other in a little bit. Brody was on last time, I think. Well, chatting. And we were talking about LeBron, and he's still not on a damn team. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's taking his time. You know what I'm saying? He's a free agent, and he just wants to make sure that the next decision is going to be the best for him. He's saying that it's not about the ring, but at the same token, he does want to be on the team that's going to make him happy and give him a great chance to win. And for what I'm understanding, the top two teams are the Cavaliers, which I've been saying for the longest time. That's just an amazing story for him to go
Makes
back
sense.
to the hometown team and end things there. But then the second team, and I know the wifey is not gonna like this, but the Golden State Warriors, because ever since that experience that he had in the Olympics with Steph Curry, he wants to play a full season, at least a full season with Steph Curry and just be able to experience being on the floor with him. Mind you, Draymond Green and LeBron has the same agency, with Rich Paul. So, let's look at that as well. The Warriors have already made their pitch. It's just a matter of time when LeBron James will go ahead and decide on where he wants to go. But like I said, I won't be disappointed on either option. I think it's gonna be I mean, I don't know where he's gonna go. Uh it will be interesting for my wife's sake if he chose the Golden State Warriors, because she's gonna be mad, but then happy when Golden State is winning. But then she'll be like, oh well, I don't want LeBron, I don't want, whatever. Then of course, once again, going to Cleveland, he can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going there. And he'll have, I believe, a better opportunity to win a championship going to the East Coast. So it's going to be pretty interesting in regards to that. Ms. Dub
Golden State's
says
kind of old though, too, aren't they?
exactly, and that's what she said on Ladies Night. She said that if that was to happen, she would call Steph, LeBron, and Draymond OMG, the old man gang.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're LeBron, you would like to go somewhere that's a little bit younger. And even though Golden State has won, multiple times in the past, and they know like what to do. I just feel like I'd want to go somewhere that energizes me. And Golden State's probably not that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm ready for that to be over with. I feel like he's trying to just like drag it out for just fun.
Well, I mean, but that's the whole thing is that and like Miss Dub says, he can afford to. He deserves it. I mean, he's 40 something years old. You know what I'm saying? He's done everything he needs to do. So he has the right to take his time and decide, okay, which team do I want to go to? Brody says it's probably down to Miami, Cleveland, and Philadelphia. The thing about Philadelphia, yes, he just got Jalen Brown, but you have to think about it. Joel Embiid. He always is injured. If Joel Embiid didn't have this reputation of always being hurt, then I think it would be a no-brainer for LeBron to go to Philadelphia. But because of the uncertainty of Joel Embiid, you hoping he'll play a full season or will in the playoff, but then he has knee injuries, and then it affects the whole team. So I think if Joel Embiid didn't have this rap of not being consistently available for Philadelphia, then it would be a no-brainer. Another team to consider are the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. They just got LaMelo Ball. Not then they add LeBron. It would be a good look as well. Anthony Edwards is one of the best players in the NBA, probably top 5. So I like that. The Heat, I can see that too. Him playing with Giannis. But we'll see. It's just gonna be exciting to see where he goes to next. And he can always say that he was never traded. He always was able to decide where he wanted to play. So that's what's up, man. See anything else, Joe?
No, just thought that we haven't heard or talked LeBron on the. LeBron was drafted in the MLB draft, and everyone was making jokes. He's going to Cincinnati because I can't remember the kid's name, but his last name was LeBron. That was drafted by the Reds. So, but yeah, I know. Just see where he's gonna go.
Yep. So, as we were talking about earlier, or leading to takeaways from the MLB All-Star festivities in Jobo, I think it serves us well that we have to start off with something like this.
There we go. It's one. Number 9 for Jordan Walker. It's not done. Wow. Unless. Got a George Hendrick cool about him that is so impressive. Unless. Closer still with number 10. Wow. Wow. One more to tie, 2 to win it. Here we go. One of the longest shots on the board with a home run right here. A homer wins it, a non-homer, and we're going to a swing-off. Baseball is not afraid. Wow. Is that enough? Jordan Walker wins it! Come on, baby! Yeah! Come on! Oh, my God. That's all it is. He was a heavy underdog when the night began, and he...
Man, when I say Jobo, let me go ahead and just paint the scene because I'm in the front room and baby girl and the wifey, they upstairs. And when Jordan Walker hit the home run to tie it, I got up and let's go. But then once he hit that game, that home run, derby winning home run, I went berserk. And like he put in the chat, feel like a World Series victory. I was going crazy. I was hollering. I was like, yes, right in their face. And I love this for Jordan Walker. I love this for the Cardinals because this has been a moment, Joe, that we've been needing for the longest time. For Jordan Walker to be the first ever St. Louis Cardinal to win a home run derby. I mean, talking about from the likes of, Pujols tried it out, Ryan Ludwig, I think Langford tried it out, McGuire tried it out. I mean, so many, I won't say so many guys,
Yeah.
but just those names alone. But for Jordan Walker to do what he did on Monday night was simply amazing. And we had this discussion in the chat about JJ Weatherholt and how he got his extension. It's just a matter of when that Jordan Walker, after what just went down with his home run derby, that offer has to be made very soon, and we have to go ahead and lock him down while the iron's hot, because you don't want to wait too long and then be out the market to keep him when the iron is hot right now. But just seeing what you saw, Joe, your thoughts on MLB All-Star, the home run derby champion and the actual home run derby itself and the different format that they did this year. What were your thoughts?
I'll start with the format. I liked it. I think. I think I liked it more than the 2 minutes or whatever it was. If it was the format from the last couple of years, I don't think Walker has a chance. I mean, we see it in game now during just the regular season, just how much composure he has, how much he tries to relax himself, the deep breaths he takes. After 2 strikes, everyone knows he's about to put his hand up and take his time. So I think, that this new format really helped him. Just having your 20 swings or 20 plus if you keep hitting the magenta ball. So I think that, really benefited him. But man, I think the Derby itself, I don't know if it's the best one ever, like Bond said, but this was one of the best ones I've seen in recent history, like recent memory. And there's all these weird conspiracy theorists out there saying that it was rigged for Walker. Like, why would MLB rig it when there's 2 Phillies in Philly to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the weirdest things that are being said out there. But and then I know it showed after he beat Caminero to go to the finals, Jordan Walker champion, but also it's just like in the playoffs, they have pre-made shirts and hats made and newspapers printed.
Exactly.
And I'm saying, like, you're telling me that people don't have demographics made already for every single winner? Like, of course. But no, just I was like teary-eyed. I don't know if you saw me on Kyle Reese's tweet, but I was like, I'm not embarrassed by it, that I'm emotional. I was emotional for Walker and his family because of what he's been through, I mean, it's not a new story to anyone. Just he was a top prospect for us and came up and sent down multiple times, and just other guys getting. I mean, like I saw a clip. It was like, was it Taylor Mott comes up for Jordan Walker a couple of years ago. Like that's Kyle Reese's boy right there, Taylor Mott. But just I don't know. It's just emotional because he's what he's been through, and spring training, I was telling Brennan, I was like, Smoooth was saying that he just looks lost and scared out there, and then he had that one challenge in spring training, and
that changed everything.
Changed everything. He got it right. He got all the confidence in the world, and yeah, he goes through his little stretches of a week and a half or so of not doing much, but He leads not just the NL, but he leads all of baseball in RBIs. He's got 22 homers. He's swiping bags as well. And yeah, like Ms. Dub said, he's the perfect example of why you should never give up. And I mean, he talked about that too after he won. So I don't know. And it's just the fact that I don't know if you saw the Michelle Smallman clips or not. The people in New York are giving her crap about what we just said, like that's like a World Series win for us, but also like she can see Jordan Walker may be doing something big down the line in the playoffs because you're in Philly and you're getting booed. Like I mean, everyone knows Philly's rough like that, but man, it was brutal, and that's just what they're known for. So you can't be mad about it. But just that and him having to hit that many home runs, with only one pitch left, and actually coming through doing it when an entire city's booing you, that kind of makes you think. Like, what have you said in the past? Like Nato and Goldie playing like their buttholes that tight, and then like, would they been able to do something like this? I don't know, but it's
Heck
just
no. I'm saying it. Heck no.
yeah, I just think it's even more encouraging and exciting because he did it in that fashion, and I don't know. I just like me and Brendan are constantly just watching videos, like just like seeing Brendan Marsh's face there, and he's like, "Fuck, okay,"
Yes, yes, yes.
and like Schwarber, I think when he hits like number 8 or something, he's like, "Oh man," he had Harper saying like it's done before
It's over.
It's over, and
I loved it, man. That and that's why this one means so much more. It's probably a biased opinion. I don't care, but I definitely agree with Barry Bonds because of the situation that Jordan Walker was in. To be last, to be in Philly against their guy who put on a great show himself. Shouts out to Schwarber. And when you thought it was over, the man hit 6 home runs in a row to win a thing and to shut everyone up, just like Chris Carpenter did in 2011 in Game 5 of the NLDS. Everyone thought, oh, we got Roy Halladay, or we're going to win this thing. Chris Carpenter said, let me introduce myself to who I am. And that is what sold me on what Barry Bonds said, the composure. And you know how I'm big on storyline, story modes, you know what I'm saying? And this has, to me, made Jordan Walker the best story in baseball. Because after everything you just said, Joe, about all the adversity that he has gone through, how many times have I said, man, if he can be in a third or fourth hole, this team is gonna be different. That means that he's locked in. And then, this year, like you said before, spring training, he was struggling. Then he had that one little, hold on, wait a minute, challenge. And then ever since then, it took off. And I'm big on, let's see how you adjust in the season when teams are realizing, okay, he has mastered this, he's mastered that. Let me see how you are now. And then, okay, he'll have a little lull, but then he'll figure it out. And it's like, okay, so now it's to the point that we can believe in him, that he can overcome things, and it won't be like a whole 2 weeks of him being just looking lost like he has in the past. He may have a series or a game, but he has that ability. And I think what's going on with him now, it was all mental. It's all mental for him. You know what I'm saying? And once he locks in, once he figures things out and get out of his own way, that natural talent is showing. And now he's not going anywhere outside of that 3 or 4th hole in the lineup every day. He's playing every day. He can be considered for a Gold Glove now. You know what I'm saying? He's an all-around guy. And then I loved how he said he wants to be an example or a role model for younger black players to want to play baseball. That's huge, because that's been an issue with MLB, is how can we get young black boys to play the game of baseball? And he wants to be front and center. So MLB, if you're smart, you'll make your trek to St. Louis more and follow Jordan Walker and have him do commercials, have him do this, have him do that. While the Cardinals, if they are smart, which I believe they are, because Hein Bloom has already done some good things. You saw what he did with J.J. Weatherholt. You have to lock down Jordan Walker. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. We've been saying, who is that guy that when you are driving in town to St. Louis, or you're flying in and you want to see that billboard, and say that says "Welcome to St. Louis." Who is that guy? And we have not had that guy since Pujols.
Yeah.
And what Jordan Walker just did. I know Brody said this earlier that he hopes that the home run derby will not be the highlight of his career. I think it'll be the stepping stone for bigger and better things because now the world's gonna be watching. And I hope that this home run derby can now make more believers out of the St. Louis fans to come out to Busch Stadium more than what we have been and get more seats filled, because I believe that's still what we've been missing. It's like we've been hesitant on, should I keep going to these Cardinal games? Is this team going to crumble and fold like they did last year and sell and whatever else? Do we now have the guys that's going to make me say, you know what, I do not want to miss a St. Louis Cardinals home game? And it's just so many factors that happen. And this is what I was thinking about even before he hit the home run to win. I'm like, can you just imagine all the media, all the attention, all the everything that this man can get if he wins this home run derby? And now he's in there forever. He's etched in stone. You can't erase it. It's there. And this could be something that this organization has been wanting and needing since Pujols. And it's very possible. Now, I'm not saying will he have a same career like Pujols, or will he be better than Pujols? I'm not saying nothing like that, but it's great to say this can be the start of the reason why fans are going back to their stadium. And that's what St. Louis needed. We needed some attention like that. And that's been awesome. Brody says, I am so happy Michelle Smallman gets to be on a national stage, being on Sportsmanlike. Smallman was wearing, yes, she was. She was wearing a light blue Cardinal jersey. And he was also surprised that Barry Bonds was on the broadcast. Yeah, so Barry Bonds and Pujols, anytime they have a Netflix baseball game on, they do like the pre and post show. So
I'll say something about the Bonds thing real quick. I saw a take on X, and I agree with it. So MLB uses Bonds and A-Rod a lot, and I think even before Pete Rose passed, they used him a lot on Fox. If you're gonna showcase them as much as you do, then why not? I don't know. I don't think they should be in the Hall of Fame, but then if they're not in the Hall of Fame, then why do you keep highlighting them to get more fans? More fans' attention. Like it can't be one or the other. Like I don't know. It's kind of crappy on how they treat the whole situation. Like yeah, at least they still get some sort of they're still getting paid and they still have a job and everything. But it's just like you won't put them in the hall, but you'll use them for the Derby and the postseason and this and that. I don't know. That's sidebar. Brody's comment made me think about that. But back to Walker. I hope that gets fans excited and want to come to the stadium again. I'm telling you for sure, this jersey this year, man, I bought this 2 years ago for my 30th birthday, and I was getting nervous the last 2 years about no longer wearing my Yachty jersey and now only wearing this jersey, and so far it's panning out this year. Like it's damn worth it. But we'll see how this stretch of games goes. We got the D-backs and the Angels on the road, and then we come back home for 1 against the D-backs, 3 against the Reds, and 4 against the Cubs. So, I mean, hopefully the fans come out and show out and, give Walker. I can't wait to hear that round of applause for his first AB and just how electric that stadium's going to be. And yes, Miss Dubs, that people don't boo nobodies, like he said. Phillies fans boo everyone, but that's a badass quote. And I love his parents. His mom's reaction on that last swing. His dad was a little kid in a candy store as soon as it left the bat, and the mom was like, yeah! Like she was dead. Like she was like, nope, nope, like, anything can happen. Like, but no, I just love the family and his grandma and stuff. It was just all really. I don't think you could have scripted it any better, honestly.
And Brody feels that Bonds and A-Rod should go into the Hall of Fame. Many Hall of Famers are flawed.
Brennan just said the other day, it's like they should have like a like a different
Asterisk.
room. Yeah, an asterisk, a different room in the Hall of Fame for cheaters. And then but as long as they're in there. I don't know. I mean, and then it sucks because all the people that are no longer here, they don't get to see their names get put into the Hall of Fame. If
Like
guys
P-Rose.
like, yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. That's depressing. But no, I All-Star festivities. I always say that baseball does it better than anyone else.
They do. They do.
Yeah, the Derby itself. Walker got some bling. He's now a millionaire, making more than in one night he makes more than he was all year. The red carpet event's always fun. Bryce Harper called Greg Amsinger Pee Wee Herman with how he was dressed, so that was funny. And and then and then the All-Star game itself, NL lost. Pitching was filthy. Bats didn't do anything at all. But no, I mean it was a good production, and just I thought everything about the the last couple days was awesome and fun to watch. Wow. And now we got tonight of no baseball, which is sad and sucks. But you got tomorrow, you get one game, and then the weekend, you start the second half of the year, and let's see if the Cardinals do anything because they have the same record right now as they did last year at the All-Star break. So we know how it went down last year.
Which is a great segue to our thoughts on the Cardinals' first half of the season. As you said before, similar record or same record as of last year. But, and I said this before, I feel like with this team, because of the team that we have, the youth that we have, the guys who are stepping up because other guys aren't on the team no more, I feel like this team, what is his name from TMA, Brody, Doug Vaughn, like he said about the Blues, if you just get hot, we can win this, baby. The Cardinals, man, if they could just have a nice little 2 to 3 week stretch of avoiding what happened when they faced the Brewers at home.
I mean,
period, because outside of the Brewers series, they've been playing some great baseball against some elite teams. It just the Brewers are like that thorn, and it just kind of like how it used to be when Pujols and Carpenter and all of them were playing. And no matter how great the Brew Crew was back then in the early 2000s, the Cardinals always had their number. But now it's like it's the other way around. Not saying we're like this great team, but the Brewer just has our number right now. And I think to me, like Jordan Walker, it's the whole mental thing. It's like, man, how can we get over this hump of the Brewers? It's like they know everything that we're going to do. They just got it better than us. What can we do to get over the hump? But outside of that, it's like, look what they did at Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And look what they did against the Braves and other teams. It's like, we are a respectable team. We're not like no flash in the pan to me, but we just have to keep going, man. Keep going. Win these series, and you can't have this like lose 6 out of 10 because then the Brewers are going to win 6 out of 10.
I'm not worried about the Brewers. Like, the division's out of hand. I think the Brewers are damn good. They're going to make moves at the deadline. I think you worry now about like, hey, we're about to play the D-backs again for 4 or 5 more. Beat the D-backs, beat the Cubs, beat the Reds, beat the people that are right there. They're going to be right there for the last wild card, because then you'll have the tiebreakers. So win a couple more against the Cubs. I think we have the tiebreaker already. We have the tiebreaker against the Braves already. D-backs, I can't remember how that series went here. I know there's a makeup coming up, but just beat those teams that are going to be in the wild card, because the Brewers are out of hand. They're one of the best teams in baseball. That's what I was talking about in the chat. Like, it sucks, especially when I felt like we could have won 2 or 3 of those games in that series. We should have won 1 or 2 of the 4 that was in Milwaukee the last time we played them. So, I mean, that is what it is. But just let's beat these teams that are right there in the wild card hunt, so that you have those tiebreakers and you don't got to worry about it. But yeah.
And as I mentioned in the chat before, but like the more and more I see him, doesn't Blaze Jordan remind you of like David Freese?
You've been saying that. I don't know, maybe a little bit. The thing is with the Blaze Jordan thing is he's not our long-term third baseman.
Right.
Like that's the one thing that the Cardinals are going to have to figure out if they're going to want to compete over and over again for years to come. They're going to have to figure out the third base situation, and that I hope it's not moving JJ over there, because that would be stupid, I think.
And speaking of that, let me pull this up real quick, because let's see, where is it at? Depth chart, third base. Nolan Gorman, like, he has got worse. He has
I
gotten
feel bad
worse.
for the guy, man. I do, but it's been since 21. I think he's made his debut in 21. I mean, I don't. What do you do with him?
His last 15 games. Let's see here, in the minors, he is batting .70 with a .140 slug, and that's in Memphis. Like, when I say total, just what the hell happened? That's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you throw him in with someone to get something, but I just he's just a lost cause, I think. And then again, it's not like we didn't give him chances. Like, he's had chances,
Yes.
more than enough chances as DH, second base, third base. He's gotten more than enough, and if we're being serious about trying to build something here, he just can't be a part of it anymore.
Victor Scott hasn't done anything for real in the minor leagues either.
Yeah, that one upsets me more than Gorman, because I feel like the tools are there, but he's not getting better.
Yeah, that's really sad, man, because we definitely had a high hopes. But I mean, even when he got brought up initially, to a couple 3 years ago, people were always saying, and I think even Kyle Reese, it's too soon. He wasn't
For
ready.
Vic.
Yeah. It's too soon. He wasn't ready, because I think we had injuries going on with certain players, so you had to bring up someone. And what he did in spring training, which is like the biggest misleading thing in life in baseball.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brody Herman says Blaze reminds him more of Max Muncy or Daniel Vogelbach. Victor Scott is a 1-2, reminds me of Billy Hamilton, sadly.
Billy Hamilton at least got on base and swiped bags.
Right. Led the league.
If Victor was doing that, he'd still be up here, I think. But
right. You couldn't even get on base to even steal. And then even when he was trying to steal, he was getting thrown out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there. Well, maybe he'll get some tips from his buddy Chandler Simpson, because Chandler Simpson's had a decent year. So, but I don't know. The first half, though, like you were talking about, I mean, even though it's the same exact record as last year, it feels more positive this year. Obviously the Walker stuff, is a standout. JJ standout. Him and South Stewart are probably going to be one of the rookies of the year. And him being extended, I was in the waiting room in Mia's speech therapy waiting for her to come out, and I saw that, and I was just like trying so hard not to freak out in front of all these other parents. But I love that, and I think I said that on one of the last shows that I do JJ before Walker. for an extension. So maybe Walker's next, but that dude's going to get a lot more money than JJ's going to.
A whole lot more.
But no, and the pitching this year, it's not our best, but I mean McGreevy's been a really good standout pitcher in baseball this year. He's been really fun to watch, and May's had a couple hiccup starts, but he's giving you more than anyone probably imagined at the time. With how his last couple years have been, and Libby's pitching better with Herrera behind the plate. And I don't know why Pages is here anymore. Need to give Jimmy Crook some more time, that's for sure, because he doesn't play nearly enough as he should be. And then we got to shout out Alec Burleson. Alec Burleson, him and Jay Walker, two of the top 3 or 4, batters in baseball with RBIs. So I mean, I don't know. It gets me giddy to see what the future looks like, and I'm curious to see, are we going to trade guys like Dustin May? Are we going to trade JoJo? Are we going to trade Newt Bar? I'm
That's question. It was Newt Bar, because it's like 1 minute you like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and trade him, but then he has them kind of games where it's like, man, you need him, because it comes up in the clutch. But then if you trade him, of course, it paves the way for Joshua Baez too.
Yeah, and that's the main plus is Baez obviously. Newt Bar is just a fun, very very fun, energetic guy. The fans love him. The players in the dugout love him. So that's the thing that sucks about it, is if you trade him, then you lose a little bit of energy in the stands and in the dugout. But Joshua Baez, like, no one can ignore what he's doing in AAA.
Right. Brody Herman asks, the catcher controversy is interesting. What are your thoughts on Matthew Liberatore? He gets a long leash because of who he was traded for.
I don't think he gets a long leash. I think he was really good in the bullpen, and then they took him out to give him a shot in the rotation, and he's been fine. There's sometimes he's been very awful, but then I just think it's kind of a head scratcher. Is why is it his next 2 starts with Herrera behind home plate? He's better.
Been pitching like freaking Tom Glavine.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to me, that part of it. But I don't think the trade is the reason why he's still here. When he was in the bullpen, the guy was lights out. Maybe, and I saw something today. Maybe you do trade a Dustin May and you bring up Quinn Matthews and you put Libby in the bullpen. And now you got another lefty in the bullpen that has been good there in the past. So I think people are trying to get rid of Libby for some reason, but I still have hope that he's got a part in this team.
Yeah, and my thing is, I just want whoever is pitching, whether it's starting pitching, whether it's out the bullpen, is come with a mindset of, if you beat me with my best stuff, congratulations. Stop walking people. That's been his issue, is that he'll have a stretch of games where he's, dominating the zone. But then, like that one game against Milwaukee, he started off like terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like walking every man. Then like the next 5-6 innings, you looking like Sandy Koufax. But it's like, just stop coming into these games, starting the game, or whether you're in the bullpen, you're coming in late, and you're just walking people. That never leads to anything good. You just have to come out and say, if you hit my best stuff, congrats to you, but I'm not going to be no punk and let you, intimidate me, and I can't, bring my best to the table. That's what I can't stand. Come out there, throw your pitches, be in the zone. If they hit it, they hit it. If not, boom. That's it. But just be competitive. That's my thing. And I remember Jim Edmonds said this a couple years ago. I think it was a stretch when the Cardinals were in Miami, and it was like a Jack Flaherty start. And he would always say Jack Flaherty would pitch non-competitive pitches. And it's like, why are you wasting your arm and throwing non-competitive pitches? be competitive. Bring that dog. Remember how John Lackey was back in the day. The Chris Carpenters and stuff like that. You just gotta have that mentality of, what, if you hit my good stuff, whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm getting you out. And that's why I think he just needs all those pitchers need to have that mindset. And then I will say again, I've been impressed with Palante. So there we go.
Yeah, no, Planta, yeah, it's a good one. He's he had that clunker against the Brewers there in that 5 game set, but I mean before that he's surprised the hell out of me this year because I'm pretty sure preseason I was shit talking the hell out of him because I was not ready to watch another year of Palante
I wasn't either.
in the rotation and getting all the you know the long leash as Brody said with him, but he's been nice to watch and I don't know. I mean, I think our pitching where it's at right now for what it is. No, everyone said we weren't going to have a good rotation. We don't have the best rotation in the league by any means, but I think it's done okay for what they are.
Brody says, have you seen the year Jack Flaherty is having? Ouch. And you know what? Not even just Jack Flaherty, but I saw a post today or yesterday.
With Zach Allen?
No,
Oh, because he's been hit around lately.
Matt Carpenter, he had a post that he retweeted. I guess TCU was highlighting like the all stars that they've had, and the guy that was on there outside of Matt Carpenter that had me think about him was Jake Arrieta, and I'm like, dang, what happened to Jake Arrieta?
Went to the Phillies and retired. Like he's with the Phillies for a bit and retired. But no, Jack Flaherty, he'll have his decent starts here and there, but most of the time he gets lit up. What was the second part of that comment? Oh, Liam Doyle and Quinn Matthews. Liam Doyle for sure 100% needs to pan out. Quinn probably does too, but I just saw a post today of a couple other guys that are just all in the minors right now, all in AAA together, and then you got guys like Dick Fitz who will be back next year, healthy, and I think we have decent depth for pitching, and that hasn't happened probably since 2013. So, hopefully a couple of them pan out, but Liam Doyle for sure has to pan out.
Yeah, I mean overall the future is definitely bright, man. You're seeing some great returns. I know that we just had the draft and we finally completed, the Brendan Donovan trade from, the past offseason with the draft picks that we got, and everyone is saying, oh, great choices. So
people are saying Cardinals probably had the best draft class out of everyone. So and I can't remember the kid's something. Man, what was it? I can't remember his name now, but our number 1 draft pick, Brody, will put it in the chat. Condon.
Trevor
Condon. No relation to the Rockies Condon, but anyway, he's people compare him to PCA a little bit, and I guess we're gonna have to like a version of PCA if that's what he ends up being, because PCA is good at baseball, obviously, and if he turns out to be that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, and then as Brody brought up earlier about the catcher controversy, yes, something is going to have to happen during a trade deadline, because what you're seeing with what's his name, Ryanel Rodriguez and Leonardo Bernal, and you got so many catchers, and you can't keep them all.
No.
You can't keep them all. So something's going to have to happen. Hayes may have to get traded. It won't be like no huge trade, but just to get rid of him, so it can allow guys like Crooks, like you said before.
He needs more at bats. He needs more playing time.
Yeah. So something has to happen very soon as a trade deadline is on the way. Let's see. Brody says Dustin May, JoJo, Lars are the only 3 guys that could be moved in his opinion. Trevor Condon from Georgia. Hopefully he is the next Chase Davis.
He is not the next Chase Davis. Yeah, that is Chase Davis. You know, everyone had such high hopes for him when he was drafted. He had the pretty cargo swing and everything, but he just hasn't panned out to be anything. And I'm very happy we're gonna have our special guest in a couple weeks. But I wanted to talk to him before the draft so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Now I'm excited to see, hear more of his thoughts, because I know I've seen a lot of it on social, but I don't know, that'll be a fun discussion on August 12th.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that, y'all. Once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. 9 years consistently every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your boy Smooth, and we also have
Joe.
And our last segment as we get ready to end the show early. Bet that. How have you been doing with your sports betting, Joe? Oh, the reaction.
It hasn't been good. It hasn't been good, guys. Oh man, Brendan's been having some good ones though. He did a couple during the All-Star game and during the Derby of like he had to have Wilson hit 480 and he hit 490 obviously, and he needed both starting pitchers to have at least 2 Ks last night, which they did that, you know. So he's been winning some here and there, but your girl has not. Woo, it's not been good. I don't even want to talk about it. It's been bad. But Brendan, on the other hand, he needs to come down here and talk about it because he's been hot lately. Even today, whenever Argentina's down, he's like, I'll just put money on Argentina to come back and win the game. It happened. So
yeah, I keep saying I'm going to, dip my toes in there a little bit. Still haven't did it. Maybe something will happen to change my mind, but I don't know. I'm still up in the air with the sports betting stuff. But you never know. Get lucky and then try to get out. Don't try to stay in. Or maybe I can get $20,000. No.
See, that's why, like I said, you gotta do the small baby bets. But yeah, I mean, I've won like some here and there in the last week or so. Some of them I forget I even do, and I wake up the next day and I have like $10 more in my account, and I'm like, ooh, okay. But but no, I'm excited. Whenever baseball starts up again on tomorrow and Friday, and do some more bets. It's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah, most definitely. So, once again, this is the main show. Brody says, oh, he had a question. Thoughts on the Red Wings parting ways with Steve Yzerman as their general manager after their captain Dylan Larkin requested a trade. The Red Wings have not made the playoffs since 2016. Jobo, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I heard that on the radio today, and was it Salter and them talking about it, I think, but there's just some greats that when they take over in operations and stuff, they're not great at their job, He was at Tampa, helped Tampa, left, and then Tampa wins the cup a couple times. But with the Red Wings, awesome on the ice, not great off the ice, and they even kind of compared it to Buster Posey. Buster Posey was a top 5 catcher, but now like his best signing was Luis Arraez, and they're probably going to trade him this trade deadline. So it's depressing. I was shocked when Larkin requested a trade, but also he just won gold medal and he got a taste of winning. So now he wants to go win somewhere. So I don't blame him. He's been in the league for a long time. But no, it's definitely big news today and a shakeup in the league.
And I would say that hockey is better when you have the Red Wings being competitive. Now, I know that they're not in the same division no more as the Blues were back in the day, in the West. But then also like seeing teams like the Blackhawks to be competitive again. You know what I'm saying? Not just being a pushover. That's just what's better for the game, especially when the Blues, how Randy Carricker would say, punch a Red Wing in the face, or punch a Blackhawks and whoever it was. But we just want to have those good moments again. So we shall see. I know that once again, football is on the way very soon. Baseball getting to the dog days of summer
Mm-hmm.
is right around the corner. So a lot to look forward to in the upcoming weeks and months with sports. So I always say sports is the ultimate reality show. So look forward to many more things to discuss. I know you want to be on the show next week, Jobo. Bunny and Fate is scheduled to be on with me. So everyone else, definitely go to smoothproductions.com, smooth the three O's, and check out everything that yours truly has to offer. Book me for any and all type of different events, from needing photography, videography, drone services, for podcasting, talk show host services, sound engineer, audio visuals for any corporate private events, need some custom apparel. Let's make it happen. Also, in regards to the sports talk show brand, give us a follow all across social media by putting the platform Sports Talk Show on Facebook, on the X, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Shoot us an email, platform sports talk show at gmail.com. And once again, if you can't watch the show, you can listen in on Hot 365 Radio, where it is always hot. Go to the website hot365radio.com or via the app, no matter if it's on iOS or on Android. You can catch the most recent show every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And they also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/hot365 radio. Don't forget also about Smooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Go to beatdistrictradio.com or via the app, and also subscribe to my YouTube page, Smooth Conversations. Once again, Smooth with three O's. And Jobo, as we end this show, we have another comment. Let me see. Brody said this is like if the Cardinals hired Yadier Molina or Albert Pujols as their GM and never made the playoffs. Where do you all think Stephon Diggs will land? Oh man, it's gonna be. I don't see a contender, like a Chiefs team. I don't see them getting Stephon Diggs. It's gonna be probably one of those underrated teams that's maybe trying to get that quarterback to maybe get to the next crop of teams. I don't see an elite,
Bengals.
Already up there team. Bengals. I don't know.
Just throwing a name out there. Bengals.
Right. I mean, I think they may have enough wide receivers already. He's gonna want to be on a team where he's like at least a 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe a 1. Who knows? But definitely where he's gonna be a 2. So, now I think about it. Even though I just said this team, even though I just said maybe not an elite team, but I can see him maybe going to the Philadelphia Eagles. I can see that. Now Brody said Chiefs, but he also thinks Commanders as well. So we shall see. But everyone else, thank y'all for your time. Jobo, we're gonna end this show because something that you wanted to go ahead and show everyone that made you smile yesterday watching the game, and we're gonna end it off with that. So why don't you go ahead and lead the way with this part right here?
Yeah, now I don't think history-wise, it was nothing like the Hank Aaron show that was put on last year in Atlanta during the All-Star game, but Philly did come out show out with I mean, any age. You watch The Sandlot when you're a kid, and got me a little misty-eyed. Even when little kiddos riding his bike onto the field was in awe and looked a little misty-eyed. So just with honoring 250, our country, 4th of July recently, and the All-Star game, America's pastime, this what MLB put on last night in the city of Philadelphia was amazing. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Come on, we're late.
All right.
Hey, wait up!
Some things earn our admiration. Very few earn our trust. This pastime earned both. A trip to the ballpark, a sprint around the diamond, a game of catch. That feeling often gets mistaken for nostalgia. It isn't. Nostalgia is missing something that's gone. Baseball never left.
It is bedlam at the bank! Jimmy! Meet Freddie!
Let's go! I thought you guys said 5.
9 to a side. 3 strikes and you're out.
Got it!
Hit it over the fence and you're home.
The new home run champion of all the champs!
The same game for more than a century. You'd think a place like that would get smaller over time. It only got bigger.
Luckiest man on the face of the earth.
The ballpark became America's backdrop, a place for triumph, for heartbreak, for whatever we needed next.
Make sure you're home right after the fireworks.
Summer after summer, generation after generation. Things change, but baseball is always with us. That's not nostalgia. That's permanence.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, heroes through. In liberating strife. Who more than self? Their country love. What I'm thinking about that day, it's America, sweet America. Man, I know if I grow till all success, be no less. And everything divine. And home, when I was a little boy, I remember we always say these words. Oh, beautiful, wide spacious sky. Oh, and my wings of grain. Purple line, in majesty. Now wait a minute. America, America. He cried out good. He told me what about said it from sea to shining sea. Love, let Jesus stand. Everything you know.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.